guys, just a little thought, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, had I known about all of the healthcare jobs before I became a nurse, I don't necessarily think I would have become a nurse. I was looking for something quick, looking for something sort of easy. My local community college had a nursing program, and they took me, and I got into it pretty easy. I don't want to say pretty easy, but I did get into it. I tested into it and became a nurse. After becoming a nurse, I went to go work at a hospital. I did some home health, and now doing what I'm doing now. It was when I was at the hospital, and I was in, I want to say my second or third semester of nursing school, because I actually went there as a CNA. I learned about nuke med, and then I learned that another community college, not my community college, had nuclear medicine as a degree. And then I later found out that they make like right at $100,000, after a few years of experience. And even though the program only took in, I want to say 3 or 5 people a year, it was highly competitive. I believe I would have tried to get into something like that had I had the ability, if that makes sense. I also learned, I knew that radiology existed before I became a nurse, but it was while I was working at the hospital, or maybe not even then. I learned about radiology and learned about the career possibilities of radiology and the money that you can make in radiology. And, they were talking about making, like $80,000 a year. And they are a bigger field than nuke med, less pay, but, a larger intake area, I'll say. Instead of 3 to 5 students per year, they took in like 15 students per year. And at my last semester of nursing school, my community college actually had radiology, and I was like, great. Missed out on that one as well. I don't want to go back now at the stage in life that I am at the moment. I've done become a nurse. I've got established. I don't want to go back to school. I just don't want to. Kind of set my ways in that. But had I known about other career possibilities, younger, before I went to school, or even while I was doing prereqs, I did I think 1 year of prereqs, maybe 2 years of prereqs. Anyways, I think I would have gone into something different that actually made more money, if that makes sense. Not that my heart's not in nursing, not that at all, but I wish I would have looked further throughout different career possibilities in even just healthcare. Radiology and nuke med, those are two that I wish I would have known about beforehand and sort of looked into a little bit further, because, after looking at the prereqs now, going back and looking at them, I took a lot of those classes. I really could have got into those programs, I think. They're probably super duper competitive, especially taking in anywhere from 3 to 15 students, depending on which career path I would have chosen. But I would have probably taken one of those career paths other than nursing. I've got several videos out about high-paying jobs that only need certifications or community college degrees. And I wish I would have known about some of those career possibilities before getting into nursing. Just for the simple fact of educating myself about those career possibilities. A lot of people, myself included, kind of think that nursing is the highest grossing field that you can get into in the healthcare field without becoming a doctor or without having a 4-year degree. The fact is, there are just plenty of degrees or even certifications that make a lot more than nursing. I did not start out making $100,000 a year. I still don't make $100,000 a year. And there's plenty of nurses that don't make $100,000 a year. So before you get into nursing or healthcare, be sure to take a look at every other possibility, even in just healthcare. Do some studies on growth in that particular field, education in that particular field, rate of pay in that particular field, especially if you're more worried about the rate of pay. If you get on with nuke med or radiology, I'm just going to give those two as examples. You will typically get on at a hospital, and these places are typically higher companies, bigger companies. The places that have multiple locations. They have benefits that the nurses get, and everything that comes with simply just being with that company. So before you go into nursing and you're dead set on nursing, take you other looks at other things. I wish I would have done that myself, to be completely honest. I did not, because I thought nursing was my only option to make the type of money that I do make, and I thought it was my only option given the education that I was willing to do. I've said before, I had my first child it was right after my first semester of school. I had my first child. So I was already married. I had already had a family started. So in my mind, I thought this is the quickest and easiest way for me. But in reality, there were also other avenues I could have taken that maybe or maybe not I would have taken. So be sure to check out other career possibilities in the healthcare field. So I hope it helps. Thank you much.